Hi guys! So I've been looking for a while for a way to get more involved in the vegan community here in Korea, in Seoul, and kind of to spread the word or to give you useful resources for those of you maybe traveling here or living here, and also just to kind of get it more well known in Korea itself. And so I had this idea. Cat doesn't want to stay. I had this idea to start a new series on this channel, which is going to consist of me trying to cook Korean vegan food, and that may sound surprising to you. Cat, please don't knock that over. Korean vegan food may sound kind of surprising to you, but actually Korea has a long history of Buddhism, and the temple food is always vegan. So I'm gonna look up some recipes and I'm gonna cook them, and you guys can find the recipes below or the links to the websites where I got them from, and hopefully I'll enjoy the food and you guys will too. So let's get started.
So today I'll be making Bibim Gooksu from a website called koreatemplefood.com. I need 100 grams of bean sprouts, 30 grams of lettuce, half a cucumber. You're going to need 400 grams of some kind of noodle, as well as sesame oil, soy sauce, sesame seeds, hot pepper flakes, and pepper sauce. Additionally, the recipe calls for some fermented plum sauce, but I couldn't find it at the local supermarket, so here we go without. After washing the bean sprouts thoroughly, put them in a pot with water and add some salt. Once your water starts boiling, cover the bean sprouts with a lid, turn off the heat, and let them stew a little bit longer. Once they're done, you can put them to the side in a strainer. Chop the cucumbers in roughly 5 by 0.5 centimeters. Rinse your lettuce leaves, and once they're done, make sure you shake them out thoroughly so they're nice and dry. Roll them up, as seen here. Chop off the stem and then chop them into small strands like this. Now for the sauce, the recipe recommended putting 3 spoons of the pepper flakes and gochujang, but honestly I did it and I almost died. It was so spicy, so I recommend doing no more than 1 spoonful for each of those. Even less, probably, depending on how good you are with spice. Next you add 3 spoons, big spoons, of soy sauce. A spoonful or 2 of sesame seeds, and finally 2 spoonfuls of sesame oil. Now again, there was another ingredient that I couldn't find, but I do recommend to get that if you can possibly find it. Mix it all together and your sauce should come out something like this. Bring a new pot of water to boil and add your noodles. While I'm waiting for my noodles, I'll tell you right away, I'm a little bit suspicious of this because as far as I know, temple food doesn't use spicy pepper flakes, so I'm a little bit confused. But hey, it's an adventure. When your noodles are done, strain them and make sure to rinse them very well with cold water. This is a cold dish, so you don't want any residual heat in your noodles. Make sure you rinse them out carefully. And finally, it's mixing time. I highly recommend using plastic gloves to do the mixing, or rubber gloves that you don't use for cleaning or something, because I did it with this spoon and I did not have a good time. So I really recommend doing it by hand. Don't do it with your bare fingers though, because you might burn your skin due to all the spice. Mix in all your veggies carefully, and you can see here that I'm leaving out a few pieces of cucumber just as a garnish to add at the end, just for presentation. You don't have to do it. Like that, we're done. So you can take part of your noodles and transfer them to a bowl and garnish them a little bit.
Okay guys, well here we go. I would say it's about 30 to 45 minutes later and I have completed the recipe. It doesn't look too bad. And now I'm gonna try it. Let's see what it tastes like. It is a little bit spicy. So for those of you who don't do well with spice, you might want to scale back a little bit on the pepper flakes and the gochujang, the hot pepper sauce. I feel like if I had had that plum thing, it probably would have tasted a little bit better, so maybe next time I'll invest in that. Other than that, I think it's really okay, definitely edible, easy to make. I'm drooling. And it's all fresh ingredients. Of course, for this recipe, it is a little bit heavy on the carbs, but I do recommend also using whole grain noodles, different types of noodles. Other than that, I think it's really good, and I'm gonna finish this. Okay guys, so I just ate the whole bowl of Bibim Gooksu, and it was really spicy. Like, I had to get something to cool down my mouth because it was so painful. So I'm sure somehow they got confused with the amounts on the recipe, and I'm definitely just going to recommend putting in maybe about a third the amount of spice. Because that was crazy. I mean, you know, the general taste was fine, but it was just so spicy. So, yeah, that's a pointer. I was kind of suspicious while I was making it, but I just decided to follow the recipe. So, yeah, don't burn your mouths off. Okay, bye.